there yesterday? Outside, 250 below zero. And they got him believing these gloves will eat you up. But the brother was a true brother. He tried to hang with it. He didn't want to make white folks know they messed up. He hung with it as long as he could, and the brother said, got to get out of here. Hands cold. Oh yeah, see him up there with a white woman. And I don't know why y'all got so tricked with their white ladies. I mean, one thing that gallows kids, trouble white folks can't about their white ladies. I knew that when I was a little bitty boy going to the movie, looking at Wolfman, Dracula, Frankenstein, all them horror movies written by a white boy killing who? White women. I mean, you realize how dumb a white woman got to be to let Frankenstein catch her? I mean, here's a dude that moved a foot a week. But dumbest sister in the ghetto. I mean, the mentally retarded sister is too swift for Frankie to catch up. I mean, here, Dracula, a blood-sucking criminal, because he's white, they make him Count Dracula. He a count. I mean, can you imagine a black guy get caught just this, robbing a bank, shacking people? What's your name? They say, Count Dracula. Somewhere. We have to, I mean, just look through this. So the brother out there walking around in space, 263 soldiers. The next time, you know when they send all presidents, that's when they go into the sun. Yeah, that's the duty they want to get there. They're going to send them from extreme cold to hot. And they be stupid enough to get off the legal. I'm ready to go. When y'all look at this basketball game this week, all-star game, you see slavery all over again. Niggas in the field doing the field work, white boys sitting on the bench with the clipboards trying to look and count. The whole game. And our health is just going on. Dale Strawberry, you got Bucky Field, a bad week for black men last week. Fine, Dale Strawberry. They pick a new guy called to see the Surgeon General. I knew that boy was in trouble. He said, yes, I delivered 10,000 babies, 10,203. Now, how many abortions? He said, I think 12. It was a bad week. And then the astronaut the day before, if y'all followed it when they was up there peeping into that Russian, did y'all see the images of the faces in the Russian? Did y'all see it now? Yeah. Did you notice there was 12 of them up? Yeah, they can't get away from it. They ran to the window up there thinking they was delivering some government cheese. And y'all laugh at government cheese, but you ain't really had no real macaroni and cheese if you had picked with government cheese. And you can't get no government cheese just because you got some money or education or a good job. You can get no government cheese on food stamps. No. Government cheese, you got to live in the right house. Friday they drop that stuff by 3 times and just drop it and leave it. You slip out and get it back like you haven't got it. And if your oven can't hit 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit in 4 minutes, it don't even melt. And you know, most cheese, if you eat a lot of it, it kind of binds you up, make you constipated. Government cheese make you run. Diarrhea meat just put in your house. But we have to take care of our bodies. And you know, you go through it, most of the stuff these boys are talking about, they stole it. You know, we go past Socrates, we'll find out where he learned that from. Know thyself. But that's what y'all better start doing, is knowing yourself. Because where this thing is going, and I say to you today, I ain't coming to scare you, I come to tell you the truth. Information. Education is not power. Money is not power. Information is power. And if you got bad information, you got bad power. If you got good information, you got good power. And if you understand this body, you get through what's fixing to happen. Because at the end, who you praying to? My Christian brothers and sisters, who you praying to? You figured out these high blood pressure, you dying, you suffering, you can listen. God is real. And so anytime you carry something longer than 3 days, it means God ain't real. It means something wrong with your prayer. somewhere. I mean, when you stop and think, in America today, black children, predominantly male, we have more deaths in America in 1 year from asthma than we have all over the world put together. Why? I mean, what has happened to you, black mother? That child is there, you looking at it. I mean, you don't get something is wrong. Asthma, you realize 98% of everything you die from starts from lack of drinking water. Lack of drinking water. Trace it all the way back to water. The body is 97% liquid against 3% solid. And so your intake out of the 97% liquid against 3% solid, 97% liquid, 85% of that is water. And there's no substitute for this beautiful body you have. There's no substitute. I mean, do you realize that you sit there now, the day you was born, just a little bitty tot, you was born with 62,000 miles of blood pressure. Now, what does that mean? I mean, right there. I mean, out of all the times you tripped, you never tripped over blood pressure. 62,000 miles of blood vessels you carry around and don't get in your way. You think about it.
Good shit.
Like, think about the difference that can improve you on.
Good shit.
If you can take your blood vessels out, lay them in the end, and reach around this planet Earth twice with 12,000 miles left over. And your blood make a complete cycle every 30 seconds, which means as you sit there now, your blood traveling 125,000 miles a minute, 7,500,000 miles an hour, 180 million miles a day. And they got you believing a jet plane. I mean, nothing here. You young folks with these children, start raising these children, not to get slavery. Children should be seen and not heard. That comes from slavery. All my black sisters was having babies. White boys didn't know where all the babies was. And we taught the babies to be quiet. We still do it. Me and this sister was lovers. The people in the family knew the white boy didn't know because we'd argue all the time because I know he got mad at me. He do something. We brothers are still carrying that open. You see it on TV, all the TV shows, the conflict. How you gonna have a comedy that's a conflict? Conflict. And what is the damn TV? I mean, Bill Cosby wants to find it shows out. Here's a black doctor that never went into the office. Black doctor that never died. And then after they get us in the mind of what a black doctor is, that somebody that ain't a doctor, then they run 50 houses in a 15-year-old white boy who's a doctor that's in the operating room every week running from social. Watch TV. And look what all the steps are right here now. See, everybody here, I get $10,000 a piece. If you sit here and watch this with me for a month, all the networks. And anytime you see an apple, or almond, a grape, or a pear, or a raisin, you get 10 grand. I wouldn't have to give you a call. Then you got to ask, how is it I can watch all the networks for 10 months? Don't see an apple. For 5 minutes, I see drugs, I see cigarettes, I see people drinking whiskey, I see all kinds of perverted begin to space. What's that about? What's that about? And so, you have a vested interest in this, huh? I've been married 36 years, I got 10 children. People say, well, you know, Greg, you got 10 children, celebrities. We never read them out here. Damn original. How you raise 10 children? No problem, simple. I didn't put the burden on them. These are my groceries. Y'all want to eat them? Hey. Yeah. It's my house. Oh, I don't believe you said that. Anytime somebody say that to me, I say it again. It's my house. I still don't believe you said that. I don't believe you told your children. So I told my one son, Chris, I said, go across the street to the copy place and get this copy 10 times. He came back to my wife. He said, well, I just the deed to the house. I gave it to the look, see if y'all see your name in it. So I said, I don't believe you. I said, you look, see if you see your name in it. This is my house, y'all in Francis. The things and saying, all you old folks run around talking about the young folks about, you're right, they ain't gonna do that. I don't know if you believe that. If I'd had a child with you not running back in the 30s, I'd have called it on my mother. Just because there wasn't no heat now. I'd turn my mother in just because she was stupid enough to be ashamed of welfare. I couldn't believe it. So the mailbox with my mother one day, she got this strange look on her face. I said, what's wrong, Mama? I said, what check? Let me see it. You upset over this? This ain't for you. It says aid to dependent children. This is ours. You just administrator of that check. You mess around here and got an executive position. And they got you black folks all over America, shame of free money, such food. You meet any welfare brothers and sisters that's the same of free money, tell them I said move to Canada, tell them $1 million check and call it 4 and 8. Do you know if we sit here right now, the Marshall Plan, you young folks, the Marshall Plan is after Europe was devastated and all wiped out. We put a Marshall Plan together not just to rebuild our friends but our enemies. And right now, as we sit here now, if you were one of them Nazis and these germs are unite, you can go qualify for money on the Marshall Plan to open up a business. 1995, your plan. What's this game? But if your body and your mind is polluted, you don't focus. You'll eat all that old bad stuff and brag about it. Yeah, everybody in my family got to speak to diabetes. Because everybody in your family eats the same diet. Change the diet, speak to diabetes for me. Not next week. Immediately. Y'all read your Bible, especially Christians, about fasting and praying. Ain't nothing in the Bible about cocaine. You're more comfortable with cocaine than fasting. I mean, something's wrong. A society we manipulated in, a society we live in today that's more afraid of mathematics than Christ. You know how many black folks we couldn't get and white folks we couldn't get to say, let's take a trigonometry course. Not me, how about a little crack get with somewhere. And we go back to the diet, we go back to what we put in the body, we go back to what did God give us. I got a heart here that between 9 and this time tomorrow in 24 hours, it will beat 150,000 times. There's no pump on this planet that can beat 150,000 times day in, day out. And check this out, you didn't know spare parts on the system. Came in here working right. And if it wasn't working right, there's a universal God that can look out. I'm not talking about God, I'm not talking about Islam, and I'm not talking about no God that needs your validation. This time you see somebody on the corner arguing about God, they don't know God. Somebody say, I don't believe in God, and some church will want to argue. I'm like somebody, some welfare mother telling Rockefeller he broke. And if you see Rockefeller arguing with her, I'm going to take my money out the state man for the boy and stuff. So I say to you, you know, you got to be careful. I got on the plane in New York this morning. And right here. Come up here, brother, for a minute. See the date on that paper there? Everybody supposed to come. Maybe they have it on that. Sorry, I gave you the piece that didn't have it. That's front color. What's the date? February 11th, 1990. That's the date. Okay, page 2. What's the headline? Page 2. Right there. Right there. What's the headline? Say it loud for me here. Okay, Pathmark. Big store in New York City. This is New York City now. They yanked the tuna this morning in Pathmark. Now read the first paragraph. And if they do it in New York, what do you think? Listen to this.
Passmark is pulling cans of blue.
Loud so they can hear you, brother.
Passmark is pulling cans of blue bay tuna off the shelves of its new drugstore as a precaution after New York Newsday reported yesterday that a Chinatown food supply has been indicted for selling cat food at some...
Cat food, that's all. That's all. Yeah. See, I want him to read it, but y'all still got me playing. I mean, they said, no, wait a minute now. This is New York City. Okay, this is New York City. Well, you know if they do that in New York, it's here for them. What y'all might be eating here. I said, they got New Yorkers, the big apple, hippest folks in the world. They run around eating cat. Think they got a tuna now. And I was telling her, you can tell if you eat cat. I mean, all at once you get a strange feeling when a dog walks up. You watch that O.J. trial, let's only talk about that old dumb dog. I don't never want a dog that can go get somebody after I speak. A dumb dog. This old dumb dog, after they kill him, he's going to get some help from me. No. If I got a dog, and that dog won't go and bring you back before it happens. But me and that dog wanted to have a little heart-to-heart talk. I mean, the whole thing, the whole trial, looking at the whole case. O.J. said in his book, in his tape, I wouldn't bother because something wrong. I mean, it's a black man in jail accused of killing 2 white folks and let the nigga write a book. Let him put on new shirts, new suit every day. Something wrong. I said, O.J., what is it? A big old headline says, O.J. is haunted by Miguel Thornton. He comes to him every night in his dreams. Y'all see that? Yeah, every night. How many of y'all know that? He said that. Yeah, every night in my dreams. He comes to me. As I knew to go, I don't know him. I call him, say, when she come tonight, you ought to ask that when who killed her. And then try to get some lottery numbers so you can pay them lottery. And poor little Topman, he really messed up. He made the mistake of being too bright, too smart. They say, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and y'all believe it. This boy was so brilliant. Oh, he was so brilliant. That boy was on his way to the Supreme Court. I mean, he messed up that white boy so bad, the white boy went home and had a heart attack. Yes. But that's, we've been doing this for years. But you got to see it. You don't have to take white folks' words for nothing. You looked at them. Nobody told you. All of us, we take white folks' words for how many black folks in America. Who counted us? I'm 63 years old. I ain't never been counted by the census. That means they missed me, my 10 children, and my wife. As visible as I am, I know they ain't got you. It ain't funny, every time they come up with a census, it just happens to be, we always happen to be 10% or dim. And if you challenge them, oh, I'm going to be very arrogant. Bring you on television just to humiliate you. Miss Gregory? I know it's coming now. I love the way white folks say Jesus ate Christ like they know him. You know, like I'm so familiar with him, I know his middle name. But I can't find no white person or black to tell me what the H stands for. So I'm sitting on TV and got you know, Miss Gregory, I was reading this article that said that the census is, they just count it. I mean, what did you mean by that? That white boy get all dumb on it. He already got his stuff where he's coming. Well, what I mean by that is, for years, black folks wasn't even permitted to be on the census to count. So you got a bunch of white folks scared to come in the black neighborhood, so I get counted. They way up on the hill somewhere to get them. Robert, how many you think in that old house over there? Say, put 3, 42 in the toilet. Well, Mr. Gregory Street, you don't take the United States government's word for it. How many black folks do you think? And then y'all kind of mess up because then y'all trying to get white boys sick. The son put that black intelligence on. So I don't have to guess. I know how many brothers and sisters it is to the left. He said, well, share it with us since we don't know. I said, who God for me? And you have to say it and look at it, don't back down. Who God? And by that time, that white boy get all kind of confused because they be sitting there with that little devil, like they smart. They be running all kind of stuff up in front of them. They get all kind of confused. Ask him again, did he say, who God? Is he saying, God gives or God? He said, again, Mr. Gregory, you said it. How many? I say, who God? And then that white boy don't know what to do, so they send him a little telex right there, say, go for it. That means you're on your own, boy. You get out this mess. And you can tell when they get ready to come after they clear their throat. Mr. Gregory, who got it? Could you explain to the audience how many is who got it? Now, you can't go into none of that home bar stuff. You got to get into white folks' vernacular. And immediately, you know, they like out by the ocean. And I said, well, boy, have you ever been out in the open where, as far as you can see where the sky meets the ground? He said, oh, yes. I said, well, you guys means the niggas on the other side of that. Understand the game they play. Somewhere. I mean, if you just look at the O.J. Brown, every network's gonna run it. Every network. They said, all you folks that look at the soap operas tough. We're gonna run them at 3 o'clock in the morning. And then Kaufman got up there and got so brilliant that day, they shut it down. You won't see this nigga thing. Soap operas was right back. That's the system that we permit. The system that we keep feeding out young black males into these colleges that don't love us so they can get a football and outrun God. Turn on TV and Notre Dame, what they call it, the fighting Irish after team play. But we as black folks wouldn't permit Morehouse to be called the Morehouse Fighting Negro. Well, what about the white on the team? Let him go to Notre Dame. So, okay. And somewhere when you understand, it's just simple deduction. Feel good about yourself. And once I feel good about me, I have to feel good about you. And when I feel good, then I do not let bad things even get around me. And I don't get out and cuss them. I just politely leave. Okay. The one great thing that we have to say out of all the things that said by Elijah Muhammad, the one great thing he had, he didn't argue with black preachers, a bad mouth. He went on doing his thing, and look at the result. So every time I see y'all sitting around arguing over this and arguing over that and arguing over that, and it's the young folks, I don't know what's wrong with these young ones. Well, like I said, if I would have had a hot mind, I'd have turned my mama in back in the 30s. Matter of fact, it works 2 ways. Your children turn you in, you can turn them in. Yeah. I remember one day, they was in the backyard, you know, playing monsters. Your children be playing, I just happened to be looking out the window. They say, they kill gay. So I called homicide. I called reporters. Yeah, right. Gave my address, did you send somebody out? This big great, she folks in the backyard wanting to kill me. So they came by, my wife answered the door, said, is someone here been threatened to be murdered? My wife said, I said, yeah, I called. And he never on a big old phone at the phone. He said, well, anybody here but the kids? I said, that's who I called them on. She said, well, why'd you do that? They were just playing. I noticed they never called your name when they talking about killing. We're going to police said, you know, these are your children. No, you better don't mess up now, because I will sue you. You better ask these children some serious questions. And I want to sit in, and I'd be satisfied they was just playing. It's my turn now. And so the cop had to go through with it, because he's all sued. Then after you got this great one, you satisfied y'all, but that second one, I think y'all take that one down. You know, we're the only people, Americans, that is sick enough to lay all the problems that confront the country on our young people. We lay drug addiction on them. Well, what happens? You got television in your house. You got a child of 2 years old watching television with you. Not with strangers, not with the Ku Klux Klan, not with the white citizen council, not with a bunch of Nazis, with you. And all at once a commercial comes on. Coke is it. Coke is it. Don't you think Coca-Cola don't know what they do? And that 2-year-old child heard his first Coke commercial at home with you. And you didn't interrupt him. You didn't stop him. And now you add 20 years onto that 2-year-old child, and now it's 22, and they're at a party dancing, and someone says, want some Coke, and it goes back to Coke is it, down. Yeah, sure, why not? I got exposed to the word in my heart. And you black folks got to stop being afraid. And that's one good thing about when you have gatherings like this. And that's why y'all have to do more than just come here. You got to meet them sitting next to you and laugh and enjoy yourself. And that's the difference between meeting somebody and getting on. So when you gather to get information, hitting you off limits. That's just a respect that we have to sit up among one another. I cannot be checking your thighs out and your chest out. And you can't be checking out my cooler. This is for information. The information that we can take back and give to our loved ones. Information. Very important when we share this information. It's no secret. We shouldn't even have to share it. I mean, here we sitting here. Peeling a white potato at home. You know that potato turns gray in your hand while you peel it. And then you go to the supermarket, they got this potato already peeled and cut up, ready to be french fries, and they snowy white. And you don't even ask no questions. When y'all ask questions, y'all got to stop asking more intellectual questions to these dogs. You get down to answer dumb questions, just as dumb as they are. Now, you know white folks, when I peel these potatoes, they turn brown while I'm peeling. How do you feel when they feel snowy white? Yeah, white boy, hurry up and tell you, because we bleaching in formaldehyde. Same thing they embalm dead folks with. You got to be in love with yourself. Very important. And you just can't do it overnight. You got to stand in the mirror. You got to spend some time standing in the mirror. Telling yourself, I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me. And you got to keep saying it to the chicken. To the chicken. I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me.
Go. Go.
Good morning. On behalf of our Chancellor and our esteemed Board of Trustees from Wayne County Community College, we welcome you this morning to the downtown campus, where our president is Ms. Denise Shannon. Let's give her a round of applause. We welcome you to Global Conversations with our guest, the iconic Dick Gregory. name is Yvette McElroy Anderson, and I'm the Vice President here at downtown campus of Wayne County Community College. It is my pleasure and honor today to introduce Mr. Dick Gregory, a comedian who's known for his trailblazing in the form of racial commentary during the 1960s. He has later become a worldwide activist and health and fitness entrepreneur, born in St. Louis, Missouri. He's known for sophisticated, layered humor that took on racial issues of the day. He has become a national comedian and trailblazer for upcoming African-American humorists. He has turned his focus away from the stage to focus on various forms of activism that include the civil rights movement, and he has had ensuing decades where he has worked as a lecturer and as I said, a health and fitness therapist. The comedian and activist has also authored a number of books. He is world renowned and a speaker who is sought after.
Where you going? You're going the long way.
I cannot capitalize who this icon is in the context of these couple minutes, but I'd like everybody to give a resounding round of applause and a standing ovation to the Honorable Dick Gregory.
Go. Where are you going?
Thank you.
Go that way. What are you doing? Go that way. Drop it off! What are you doing? They're gonna end up taking the shit. You sitting here fucking around. Deliver the damn thing. What are you doing? Really? Why are you sitting there fucking around?
The Indians talk of Thanksgiving. They tell you about the few slaves that run away, but they don't tell you about the millions that ran away and went to the Indian reservation. And the Indian said to the white folks, you can't come with me. You need to die. Y'all just ungrateful, a bunch of ignorant white people. Now you hear me? The Ku Klux Klan in this. If you stupid enough to leave the Ku Klux Klan to turn the public RNC, you are doing it. And if you look at Trump, the richest Republican on the planet, Ford family, Rockefeller, if they didn't like the Trump was good, they'd put a bullet in it.
You just delivered the damn thing? What the fuck?
Run around and forget about the news and journalism. You need to go over there and check that out. The Jews and Germans had a sense you didn't have. They know they wasn't going to get them. You think you thought of this thing. And you are not. You know the terms when the war starts and when it ends. You go over there and kill people you can't even spell the name you're on, and the Korean that could have shot your foot off can come here now and come in your black neighborhood and open up a shop on the corner, and you can't do that. Okay? You listen to all that time. You know black folks was here for 50 years for white folks. You know that. So if anybody wrote
something that God said is fair. Go back a billion years. Huh? Them Africans was making spears. And there wasn't no white folks here, so who was they killed? Huh? Each other. Why? Because culture patterns is a violation of God. Did you hear me? Y'all talking about culture this and culture this. It's a violation. Huh? Women, when they took over the men, and then women had to get back. It's again with them. But somewhere, and I'm always good to see my purpose when I'm human and so. So we thank you. And just say all this stuff is going on. I just came back from Russia 3 days ago, go to China in 2 days. And you know what bothers me? All over the world, folks is asking about black folks being killed by the cops, and you don't want to hear nothing but Trump. Huh? Trump. Trump ain't never shot nobody in the back of the head all the time. Why? Because he's crazy. He is. Any of y'all ever saw crazy? Any of y'all ever saw Trump's TV show? Huh? How you think he could be that brilliant and not be that stupid unless that's a Hollywood game? Huh? Huh? How you think? I'm not tricking. Hillary is Trump's cousin. Now y'all laughing because you don't know that. And the same writer that writes his speeches writes her speeches. And y'all think y'all ain't talking. Y'all think y'all ain't talking. God made you and gave you the hair and wanted the hair. And then the white insane system told you it was ugly, and you didn't say how did God make anything ugly. See, they ain't been around you. You've been around black folks. You can say Mary got some good hair. Oh, did God make it? So God made good hair and bad hair? See, white folks don't know what you're talking about, but you don't lie to them, and you should lie to them. I lie to them every day. When Malaysian Airlines missed, they came to me. I knew everything. They said, where's the airline? I said, in my backyard. You don't do nothing to me. But did you ask yourself, how can a plane that had $1 trillion worth of research going into it can disappear? Huh? A Greyhound bus ain't never disappeared. You got biscuits at home that disappear. You ain't got no money. All you do is produce athletes, entertainers, and then line up to see. You can't name one athlete, I'm not talking about black and white, that opened up a major corporation. All y'all talk about funds who signed a contract for $100 million.
Disconnected. You are now paired. Enjoy.
They opened up. That's no use.
Disconnected. You are now paired. Enjoy.
I know this time. There's more people in this room that have something to do with the humanity than 99% of your athletes and entertainers. But that's what you think about it. That's what you think. Someone tolerate a country that have a good school and a bad school. Go over the world and see if you find good schools and bad schools.
Disconnected. You are now paired. Enjoy.
Keep going. Keep going. Just keep an eye on any funny shit. Sit your ass on the ground, goddammit. Good shit. At night.
From here, agree from Michigan State, PhD, and your brother or sister get one from Ole Miss, PhD, all over the world. The one from here is better than the one from down there in y'all town. Well, I can take y'all to Russia today, and the same Coca-Cola you get there tastes like the one here. I can take you to Ole Miss today and ask them to change for $1. In dimes, they'll give me $10. I can come up here to Harvard, Yale, and ask them to change for $1. They give me $10. I live in a country that has more unification and changing my dollar than dealing with my mind, and y'all talking about it. And God didn't say, nigga, how can you be lonely when I ain't made for one person? You don't have to be educated. I made one person. So don't tell me how you know lonely. That's the crap that the thugs will get in the book. The 7 wonders in the world. None of them is what God made. The moon, the sun, the stars, the rain. All they made was stuff that men made. Men made. And you women, I don't know how you tolerate this. Anything. You got a PhD, you a nun. He just barely finished college. He's a priest. He can hear stuff that you can't hear. You don't tolerate. And you stupid enough to think the real God. You know what that's like. You got children. You don't give no more breakfast to the boys than you do to the girls, but yet y'all buy that crap. Buy that crap. And then wonder why this happens to you, and why that happens to you. Any of y'all in this room that know there's 1.5 million black people missing in America? That's a damn stuff. 2. Anybody you got to move me 2 and pull it out and punch that story another than the white folks say. Anybody punch it up? New York Times. Google New York Times. 1.5 million black men missing. And y'all think y'all here? And you don't know that? You don't know it at all? I've been around rich white folks. So see, white folks can't trick me. I live around rich white folks. Name across the pond is the Steinway Piano Act. Up the hill, Ocean Spray. Until you white folks do not leave out of here and they say something about be mad at me. White ain't a color, it's an attitude. And if you ain't got trillions of dollars in the bank, you're a nigga like the rest of them. And if you don't believe that, real white folks, Monday, they get on the phone and call the stock market. And while they talking, they can determine if the stock market is going to go up or come down. If you can't do that, you ain't quiet. It's a game. So you... Did you ready to come up? Okay, here. No, you don't need to laugh. Listen to this. New York Times.
If you are a black person living in America, the tagline from Monday, New York Times is germ but not truly shocking. 1.5 million missing black men.
That's all. New York Times. 1.5 million black men is missing. I don't even know. But you know how to make potatoes. You know how to make sweet potato pie. Now we all know yesterday everybody was in the pumpkin. Like you ain't told white people you don't like no pumpkin pie. If you would have told them they wouldn't be fixing it when you come back. Sweet potato pie. And if they have these sweet potato pie, they get them done and blow pumpkins away. And you know pumpkins ain't no good. You go by a big stove, huh? Big stove. They leave the pumpkins outside all night, don't nobody steal. You go back this way to get allergy. You go by there and see them. What can you leave out all night long and don't nobody want? Okay, somewhere. And how tricky they are. Oh, I used to come here and I was like, the Arabs is blowing up the The Arabs got all the casinos. That's just temporary to white folks got to move in. They can go to them all night. You don't know that? You don't know? You live here and you don't know that. Huh? They don't own nothing. You live with them. You can hear for anybody to see them. And you still don't figure out. Black woman, you don't even know how. You know, a black woman in America is the only woman on the planet who can take a butter knife and cut these niggas tied to a ring. And she ain't never went to school, ain't no class to tell her how to cut a nigga's ring. Hear me now. You don't hear women sitting around talking about this, I gotta go this rim cutting. Black people get up in the morning and go to their yoke, huh? Black people get up in the morning and talk about rim cut. And all she asked you to pump was an elbow. And then you go first. And then you go out to get ready, female, and all four of you got cut. With a butter knife, you all you black people need to go home today and get a butter knife. And most of them don't even cut butter. So all this stuff, y'all scared, running around this, running around. Oh, Trump, you know he's gonna cut our money. Your money already been cut off. You ain't got no money here. Laying all cops every day, all over. And the reason y'all don't know that because y'all ain't about money. You don't know about money. Get it. Brown. I know you're brown. They're not taking that. Okay, now, if you went to apply Monday for a job in the city of Holland, they'd make you bring in your last year's tax return. Trump when Obama won, all you black folks, you don't vote for Hillary, you know that. How y'all gonna lie? I'm voting for Obama. Okay. Obama ain't doing nothing for us. You act like everybody been in there did something for you. You just hold out and go away. You know what? It's universal law. Let's say you 8 years old right now. You know? I mean, all your life, the most mighty nation in the world, a black man is running.
Disconnected. You are now paired. Enjoy.
Now, that you can't trick. Racism, stupidity, because I saw that with my eyes. So 8 years, all you ever see is the brother. Who is me? And then you start asking questions. Asking questions. I paid $2 million doing research on breast milk. And my finder told me, said, man, it's two specialists. I said, well, give them $1 million apiece. And he said, wouldn't you know they men? Did you hear me? The number 1 and number 2 specialist on breast milk is men. Huh? And you talk with it. Huh? And y'all, let me hear about you. Did you ever nurse them? Did you notice when you nurse them on this breast, the other breast leaks? Did you know that? The specialists I brought in thought it was milk. That's the poison been in your body ever since you was 1 day old, and that universe God shoots it out so that baby can't be. Huh? They don't teach that at Harvard. They don't teach you that here. They don't know it. Huh? I know you know it. You hear what I'm saying? So I told them fellas, I said, go and take it down to the lab. He came back to me. They found poisons that we didn't know existed. That's the universal God. Universal God. I went to Southern Illinois University. And you don't know that? I'm a legend that one day they'll name the school like because they didn't know how smart black folks were. I went there, never read a book, never took a book to grade, never took a note. Man, always white folks trying to ask other niggas, how do you do it? If you know how I do it. So I said, well, black folk came to me one time. Come quick, they always come to me. Mr. Gregory, you know, these white fraternities get the test. Y'all know that. Don't sit there and look like you didn't know that. They get the test. And if I know it, the professor know it, the president know it. Anybody gonna do nothing about it? But I did. They came to me, I said, Peter, brother, I was at Southern Illinois University, no blacks. Only thing blacks were doing was breaking leaves, shoveling snow, and sprinkling flowers. That's all they were doing. So I said to the brother, sisters that came to me, Mr. McClutchy, I said, Mr. McClutchy. You ever see a black person walk across campus? Y'all call him a janitor. That nigga got 500 keys hanging up back in his pocket. A key to every room but there's a test. Well, I call him Mr. McClutchy. He knew we had to sleep. And y'all sit in there, black and white, you sit in class and try to look smart. You can tell a dumb person they be like they thinking. They pencil in their mouth. A lead pen in your mouth like you smart. So when they pass out the test, I look at it. In 2 minutes, I know I didn't know no answers to none of those questions. So I signed my paper, walked up and gave it. That's see you later, baby. Now, hell ain't, oh, that's kind of cool. You know, everybody said she was smart. I left in 2 minutes. She came out to class 4 hours late, scared, nervous. I said, hey, how'd you do? She said, I don't know. 3 days they posted the bad grade. She made A++. You know how dumb you better be to make an A+ and don't know you made it? You know how smart you got to be to know nothing on you, you know, sign it and walk out. I'm the smart one. I was out having me a ball. She came out nervous and scared and all that. I'm going to say this again. Anytime you got a baby and you got to send them to school and find out they smart, you stupid. The baby's with you all day long. You didn't know that child was smart? Huh? My mother, you know, I get my report card and she didn't. So I just put on there, Richard is a good boy. Nigga, you didn't help me to get good. You don't call that crap. We don't need to bring Trump here. Now, no, you saying no. I didn't say bring a cop that shoot niggas in the head. I said bring him here and lock him up in the face. And don't let nobody else move. Somebody's down around it, y'all can't tell you. So you white folks, let me tell you something. I hate to admit it. But one way you white folks is ahead of black folks. If a black person has a baby, is weird, and is ugly, and dark, that nigga never moved in and let out the basement. He was in the basement all his life. Well, black people don't grow up because y'all just clubbing and fighting and all that. And I was taking when he was a little boy, faces, things like ain't nothing wrong with it. Halloween, you ain't seen a pumpkin as big as that white boy's head. Now y'all know that when you black people, when you come to a black person's house and you hear something named sound, that's that upper. You're gonna hear something down there. Niggas can lie when they want to. Oh yeah, they tell me that 1906 earthquake in San Francisco, they say still wrong. That's what you hear. Somewhere that you go. Stop being so hip and think you know everything. Martin Luther King, how many of y'all saw him dead? Shout him back. The picture they run it every year. Martin Luther King. Huh? I'm scaring y'all to run. I mean, 3 black folks raised their hands, and I ain't about to be that stupid. What I'm trying to tell you is King didn't die on the balcony. How many of y'all knew that? They killed him in the hospital. They smothered him to death. And y'all walk around, got these white folks thinking you smart. You move. Damn. And how many of y'all saw that great picture? King's laying on the balcony, and them 5 people pointing up? Huh? Well, you stupid enough to believe somebody gonna shoot, and everybody ain't gonna hit the ground. Huh? And you don't ask yourself, did they know? How did they know it wasn't gonna be another shot? Huh? Huh? Okay? Somewhere. And all y'all want to do is play football. See damn football. You can't get no more violent than football. Wow. You cannot get no more. That's why rich white folks don't send their children playing games. What was it? The basketball tournament 3 months ago. Didn't you hear that black man's wife say they shaved in parts? None of y'all heard it. And there's been white dudes from NBC. That's all y'all want to talk about. All y'all want to hear is gossip. Well, what did Bill Cosby do? Well, it's animal. It was super. I don't hang out with everything. Why? Nothing. Like I said, I'm a culture. I've been coming here for years. They know what y'all do for the humanities. They don't get your name mentioned. Y'all have a ride here today. You're going to see the Muslims out there. Coolest baby. And they put everybody on the NBC and CBS for filming. That's a lot. You ain't never seen them interview, but they're the first ones out there. Let me tell you the movie. I can't tell you. I cannot think of it. I know what you're praying to, what you're eating, moving. You like them bow ties on? Them woman suits in the summertime, and don't sweat. Don't see no bumps on their face. And we, America's stupid. After September the 11th, they want to get somebody to search somebody. They should have got the Nation of Islam. Them niggas found some stuff in my pocket I've been looking for 6 months.
Hurry up, blood.
Somewhere.
How old is motherfucker?
It's about love. They take. It's about being loved. I've been married 58 years. What do you get? I didn't say I'm happy. And I told my wife, she's come from Ohio. nice person. Daddy was a preacher. And my mother taught us, if you get a girl pregnant, marry you. You ladies, when you have to teach her what to do not to get a girl pregnant. My mom get a girl pregnant, marry her. She didn't say ask the baby with her. So I explained to them, if you want this to marry to work. But it's not love, it's about giving love. You're safe with you, you're safe with me. That's what it's about. And stop taking all this stuff. This stuff, white women take that stuff off. They take it off. A black man in America is the only man that referred to his woman, you a strong sister. They'll call this called you. He just grabbed it right there and nigga, I'm you. He was called strong.
Boss, it's me. Look, this garage space in the building's still available. Honestly.
Ain't no game that's bombing this football. Y'all see him? Huh? Franklin Stuff. Jaw broke. 10 toes missing and they don't know where the toes are. I'm talking about big lives. I ain't back to the guy.
Oh my God.
I'm looking at football one day. And the guy got hit so hard, stuff was shaking in my living room. Money paper come out, and they say, John had a dislocated eyeball. 20 teeth is missing and we don't know where they are. Fractured knee. Shoes disappeared, but he'd be ready for next week's game. And y'all don't understand that drug. It's okay for the owners to give me drugs, but when I get hooked, ask yourself about Bill Cosby. Y'all been long enough to know that entertainers and athletes rape anybody they want to rape. And then as she walks, she was in that top good. How come Bill got that aspect? Huh? You don't know. That property he owns in Pennsylvania got more oil on it than they got to wait. Now you think you might be thinking that? 30 years ago, 35, when they killed his son, him and their founder, they were getting ready to put a beat in for NBC. That's what this is about. Y'all think of this, go back to doing what you do. God made watermelons and the white racist system made y'all scared of water. God made watermelons. I ran for president in 1968. Y'all remember? And then I won out of Air Puerto Rico. You white boys messed it up. Y'all come back and fix it up, then I might fix it. Y'all messed it up. I didn't. You know, I've been sworn in there 4 years. And the first thing I do, Dandy come to you white people messed it up. First thing I do, I got sworn in, I go to the White House and dig up that road ball. Plant me a watermelon there. And we would have a little steak dinner. We'd have watermelon lunches. And I'd bring diplomats from all over the world. And we sit on the balcony, eat watermelon, and spit seeds down the throat. Summer. And I swear to you before we get into these questions. Never told me see you and pray about it. I'm going over again. I'm ready to get on the mic. You white folks are so lucky. All the stuff we went through. And being in this country. When you finally got a black president, you get one that for hating. Niggas don't talk. Ain't never talk to the point. Ain't never do that. And I was born in 1932. When I got conscious, only 2 presidents in my lifetime. Somebody trying to get over the fence. This man been president every other day they go over the fence. And I keep saying, what about those snipers on the roof, nigga? What about the dogs? I don't hear from them. So I try to explain to them.
You blowing fuck up the
But
sky?
I can't tell you what to do. I'm not able to do. But you need to have a question.
You blowing the fuck out the sky?
Thousand man on the planet, and people jumping over the fence. So if I was you, I would
That's it. You want to get blown the fuck out the sky?
That's two control.
Go check to see how.
Y'all get what you think. Y'all get what you. When I had lunch and breakfast and dinner and breakfast back, because I just brought in 3,000 calories. That's what come on, you stop telling yourself you want. And then we're going to have one place in the fence, there ain't going to be no fence. We old triple white will just come on in. See, I know. It's easy because I'm meeting with two white dudes. I'm fixing to open up a black business. And I'm not talking about the business some of you black people going to make white folks can't get white. Mine's going to be a real, I'm going to move a black airline. The reason I need a couple of white dudes to get that minority loan. That's right. And you don't have to worry about it being black, the name of it. Tanika Adams. I'm not to release late, but we get you there on time. And knowing that a lot of you black folks ain't got no job, I have an airline for you. Call our almost sugar flight. If you come on out to the airport, you don't need no bags, you don't have to kiss nobody to get by, you're not going nowhere. You just almost don't pay no luggage, don't need no ID or nothing like that. The plane will be there when you get ready to get off. This year, next year, what? So what we like to do now is now we deal with the questions. Raise your hand. I'll get around to you. You don't need no mic, you let just scream it out. And I'll repeat. And then at that point, I'll proceed to answer. Yes, ma'am. We don't need no mic here. I don't know what to waste your time. What, anybody? Wait, hold it, dear. Hold. Raise your hand. Okay. Now, well, baby, you're not talking loud enough. You don't need no mic. White folks know how loud you talk. Now, you got the mic and the mic doesn't work. See how much time you wasting? With the percentage, you know about that. You have any children? When you have a baby, the percentage, since you don't know what they do, I'm not talking about you, they send them to her little Rubenstein. That's what she makes cosmetics with. One of the few things that come out of your body is after that child is born. And if you just ask for it, they'll pay. It's like one day they find out nappy hair cure cancer. You know you ain't going to no barbershop. See, when you don't know something, y'all know about circumcision? You can't be this dumb. Now, the real God, baby come through your belly, and in 2 weeks, you got to cut something off their penis. The God gonna put something on that got to be cut off, and y'all gonna ask questions? Half the size of your big fingernail. In 21 days, that skin had grown 3 times the length of the foot. And the rich folks use it all over the world as skin. Which y'all gonna do. The Jews, they got to make a religion out of it. You men, you black men in here, you know, just when you go beat today, just squeeze and see how that hurt. I didn't know. I had a serious conversation with my mother. Because first, you don't have to be. So you don't know how it feels like. I'm 4 weeks old, I can't even talk, but I was screaming. Just like you women, your mama cut your hair, that's God talking to you through her. Screaming, holler, and there's a God say, if I wanted that hair straight, I gave it to you. the one that ain't never made a nose upside down. I'm the one for billions of years. I never put your eyelashes and your eyebrows where your knees supposed to be. But y'all got more faith in your stupid, insane, vicious system than hate women. You sitting around talking about Trump don't like me. Get it? A whole lot of gays don't like women. But y'all can't figure that out. Huh? You know that he ain't never said nothing about gays. Huh?
Disconnected. You are now paired. Enjoy.
Seems like my shooting fire is slow. I'm like right there. What the fuck? see.
And y'all can't even have a homosexual. Don't have that, don't take. The army said, look, you come in, I ask you to do that. So you think that just started? You ever seen George Washington? General George Washington? And them tight satin pants? High heel shoes? Wigs? Makeup? And you ain't figured that out? Please. So there's a lot of stuff that go over with monuments. All these black folks that's missing. That's organ stealing. And the reason they don't shoot you black women, because a man's organ sells for 1,000 times more than a woman's. But you stupid enough to let somebody tell you something that came through your family. Gonna walk down the street killing people. And then in Chicago a month ago, they said a woman was walking down the street and these gangbangers was after another gang. And she had a baby brother. And they tell you the world.
All you gotta do is pick the supplies and bring them to your bunker. And maybe look out for trouble along the way.
What black man do you know gonna shoot another black man who they know they can get him tonight? But shoot and see a baby brother. That's what y'all don't know. What you feel, they feel. And then you put on all that. I'm some of you black people wake up in the morning and look like you look in there. What can I put on? Make myself look worse than I do. Go look in the mirror. Until you tell yourself how beautiful you are. Until you tell yourself how beautiful. Oh, this is some white man, some black man telling you ugly. Come on. So thank you, miss. That's Yes, sir. Yes, wait, hold it right here. Right behind this book, yeah, stand up, bro. No, you.
I like to look at sociology, I like to take it.
You go out, do what?
Sociology.
It's not your damn book, it's your teacher. You don't need to shop him down, it don't make him any better. Just stop hope. That's all. Then they'll come looking for you. And he said, I had this Berkeley slam my book and I lost it, so I'm not from your class. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Good day, Mr. Gregory. How are you? My name is Melvin Walker, and you've always been a hero of mine. I was just sharing with my partner. I saw you on the panel before, and you just really gave confirmation that today that's the way you stand. But my question to you, sir, is, believe me, a young African American, odds stacked against one. But what type of information do you have for us young men to sort of get right?
I don't have nothing for you. Born with it. You're born with it. Huh? And then they switch it. My mama told me Santa Claus was a white boy, and I looked at her by the top. Huh? Hold your hand up here. Christ was killed on Friday. In 3 days, he rose. Now count on your fingers 3 days from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Huh? All over the world was celebrating Easter Monday. The only people celebrating Easter Monday in America is the White House. The Easter egg hunt is on Monday. Huh? So how do you sit around and do what they call it? It's the groundhog. Groundhog Day. The groundhog sees the shadow. 6 moments away. Right? You get home today, groundhog, February the 2nd. Come from February the 2nd. Spring is March the 21st. Come from February the 2nd to March the 21st. That is 6 weeks. White folks had nothing to do with it. 6 weeks from February the 2nd is March 21st. And then you got to ask yourself a question. 1 year Christmas comes in April, 1 year come in March. say? East, I'm sorry, East, yeah. East. Now ask yourself a question. How can you be killed in 2 different months? Easter is a Latin word that means fertility. Esther, fertility. And that's why you have the rabbit and the chicken. Easter is the first Monday after the first new moon, after the first full moon, after the spring after. Full moon, you hear me? Now look in your eyes when you get home, open them wide, and you're looking at a full moon. The rabbit. Nothing on this planet has litters as big as rabbits. That's the whole text. The chicken. How you eat a dumb chicken? Well, maybe you young folks never see it. Black folks, they bring that chicken's head off. Y'all see that? Cut his head over there, and that dumb chicken still before his head. But no, he's there. He's still. And listen, one of the easy ways, help me with it, just you roll, you know, gently down. You're laughing. All of you all say time somebody make you mad. Gently. Life is just, but they make you think that's the truth. So gentle. You go to the big stores and shop. They find out your credit card, they got no money on this, look at the television. See, once you settle that, cops kill folks. And all y'all think, all cops ain't bad. When a doctor loses license for malpractice, you don't say all doctors ain't bad. When a lawyer loses their right to practice law, you don't say all lawyers ain't bad. Why you have to say, I don't know no good cop. Now y'all shake that bullshit all you want. Every cop I know is bad. How you know? Because I just feel something. I feel about cops the way y'all feel about potato salad. But if you stop and think about it,
Nice work. Your technicians are already breaking that down.
Have you ever turned on TV and see a white person crying for some black cop? Then shot him in the back of the head 40 times. You think black cops is more spiritual than white cops? You think they better trained? No. Black cops know white folks ain't no problem. And when you get to the point you got to talk about, I'm talking about go get no damn gun. Y'all Miss King, black folks send your children to Disneyland to see a rat. But they never carried him to King's grave or to the tomb, and had he not died, you wouldn't be welcome in Disneyland. Here's what I would tell you to do. Go buy a black book in that chalk, and then write your name on it. Your name was already there. All you did was color it in. Everything that you need to know or do on this planet, you was born with it.
These supplies have a Merryweather protection detail, but I'm sure nothing like that's ever stopped you before. I'm actually sure I checked. Take them out at the GPS point and drop the goods at the bunker.
Killing folks, and you black folks don't determine war when it starts and when it ends. Huh? And then look at the stuff they do with veterans. And Trump thinks like he's a friend of veterans. You know, 2 years ago when they had hearings, veterans would call and they didn't get an answer for 6 months. Now they got y'all. We love that. See, I know I'm a veteran. I was in the military 3 days. 3 days. Wasn't no war going on when I was there. Huh? No war going on. I wasn't married, didn't have no children. Then the army was segregated. Black soldiers was told what to do by white officers. So my 3rd day we out in the field, 50,000. white officers on stage like this here. The next time you see when they kill Malcolm, you know Malcolm was on stage, huh? On stage.
You there? Okay, they're almost on you. Stop the convoy and get the supplies back to the bunker.
All the bullets in Malcolm going down. Huh? So how could he be shot when they shooting us because he came from upstate? But y'all think y'all so damn smart and you know everything. You don't know nothing about it. So my third day, white captured up 50,000 black folks in the field. And I want you boys to know, if you get captured by the enemy, give up nothing but name, rank, or seal nothing. So I get up and say, John, so you niggas think y'all got to be smart? Watch them, look at y'all, you ain't touching this. What?
Disconnected. You are now paired. Enjoy.
Ain't gonna miss that. There you go. nigga. Sit up there and something. Yagi. Hey, excuse me. Get the fuck out of my way. Let's do it. Give my money. Give my money. Give my money. I'm not, well, don't give me my money. I don't give my money for that. Get that stock up, baby.
Nice work. Your technicians are already breaking that down.
Good shit. Good shit. Good shit. Gotta fake the exact. That's where you get the drink from. My dog kind of fucked up. WAP, baby.
I went to one of the food fairs. $3,500 just to come to greet 300,000 mental speech. So we need to watch this as well. We paid for the speech tonight. So some of us got a little luncheon and we want to find out what's on your mind. And most of you niggas be happy. Okay? So I get into my Mama? Well, I'm trying to figure out what happened to albinos after high school. After high school,
albino?
And then they disappeared.
Have you seen albino either?
I'm in nightclubs every day, never seen albino. I'm on planes every day, never seen albino. And I'm just asking them, where do they go? I know niggas ain't got them. Y'all must have them. I want to know what happened to albino after high school. You never had a woman say albino rape, it'd be easy to catch. Someone. So, did I ask you a question? Anybody else? Yes.
Disconnected. You are now paired. Enjoy.
Hey, it's your
They might be going after somebody. What up, slut? Oh, can you land that shit on here? Yeah. There you go. Yeah. That should work. Yep. Back it up. Right there. Right there. Alright, now jump out. Jump out quick. Go ahead. That should be able to land it. Good shit. That was smooth. Play it like I did that. That was smooth. That nigga Rose ain't no joke, nigga. You know how to fly a jet. everybody coming out this morning. That's cool 30 G's right there, nigga. Let's go. Did you see somebody? Appreciate it. He's on passive. He won't be on passive too goddamn long, I know that much. Yeah, how the fuck this nigga think he... Yeah, you can't be like sliding on this shit. You in passive mode, nigga. This nigga died. think you don't have rose, light your ass up, dude. Yeah, this thing is not going to be able to make it in time, so we're good. Okay. Yeah, baby. Like that, yeah. Got another jet. Yeah, Rose is not bullshit, nigga. Don't kill me. Good shit, good shit, good shit, good shit. Oh shit, I'm on the wrong front side. This way. Fucking left. Over here.
finish that, I'll give you some.
I just don't care.
Yes. You seem to know a lot of stuff. Okay. Well, anyway, Mr. Gregory, I know you know a lot of stuff. You got a lot of insight. I want to know, what is your take on Bill Clinton going down into Haiti? What's going on? Because I remember hearing the president say they were missing $8 billion. What has he been doing now? He does nothing. He just do anything he wants. But you need to say he's the first black president. He's one of the nastiest, vicious thugs on the planet. Huh? All that money was stolen. And he don't have to give it back. And New York Times don't ask the question you ask. Detroit Free Press don't ask the question you ask. Y'all had stuff happening right here. Didn't nobody explain it to you. But wasn't every Halloween the day before, when niggas was burning down house? Y'all remember that? And y'all didn't say, wait a minute now. Ain't no black folks in America but here burning down something. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. And then when you check it out, you find out they vacant house. And y'all law says as long as there's a house on the property, y'all got to pay taxes. Well, them niggas was going out there burning houses down for white folks, they didn't have to pay no taxes. It makes sense. Makes sense. So somewhere, when the brother said, you know, hey, let me tell y'all something about Haiti. They tell you voodoo. Nigga, you don't even know what voodoo is. Voodoo.
A spiritual addict.
When the white folks got to take Haiti back, America, Canada, Britain got together and met in a meeting and said, you Haitians owe us $3 billion. Protect your trees. And hear this good. The best antique furniture you can buy is French antiques. That's who took the trees. And that's why the weather's so crazy. All the things that the universe put in to kind of be they're gone. Huh? And then they tell you they voodoo. Huh? Then y'all buy it. I've been thinking, I know you black police me a little bit. I bought a little black Haitian albino midget. I know that's scared shit. Somewhere, when you understand there's a universal law. You pray one time. And then you in the prayer of thanksgiving. You know you're going to get it. With my love for black folk, and I might scare black folk to live. What's the meaning of black folk? You don't tell them that. Most of them do. When I look at the sister, put a picture of the two young people. You know how I know what those black folks in that young? Because the young been in there getting raised a little bit like you. And you're looking like she just finished home. I know what those black folks in the room when they told you don't use nigger anymore. The N-word. Now, Shawty wasn't there, NAACP wasn't there. N-word? The white boy and hit you, that goes to federal court. That's a hate crime. Why's gonna walk up to you and say N-word and hit you, won't even go to court? N-word don't count. But y'all don't know that. Now let me just add this. What you got against that word nigga? Or you way you can never be a nigga? I call you a nigga, you get mad. I call you a billionaire, you smile. You ain't gonna be neither one. How can I take the negative and get mad? Queen Elizabeth, here it is, makes $360 million every 24 hours, just interest on her money. Queen Elizabeth, $360 million every 24 hours, interest on her money. Queen Elizabeth. The people that hate her is the Irish in Northern Ireland. Irish Catholics in Northern Ireland. They killed her uncle, blew him up. Now, let me just say this. If a person from Northern Ireland and Queen Elizabeth was up here and they called her a no good, dirty bitch, a lying hoe, wouldn't you expect that out of somebody that don't like you? Huh? Well, these are folks that don't like you, but you're going to believe it. But if they told you you'd be there, you wouldn't believe it. What is it about the negative you want to pull? Huh? You expect that out of them. Huh? You expect a pimp to slap a woman. Huh? That don't mean you got to tolerate it. There's things you expect. Huh? But you can't be, and the worst song you black folk can ever sing is Amazing Grace. Y'all know what you know. The guy who wrote that was the dirtiest slave owner in the history of the planet. And he saw the storm coming up, and he prayed to the Baptist church and Catholic church and prayed to the real. So please forgive me. If you don't let this storm kill me, I'll repent and tell the world what I did. The storm will cease. He wrote that song. You understand that? My mama was probably lying, so she give me somebody that's honest enough. That's saying gonna make you look. Okay, would you stand up for me, brother? Just sing me this. I want y'all to hear this when you get through laughing.
Amazing grace, how sweet.
Yeah, English like me.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Go. You niggas don't eat. Huh? Don't sit down. What's a wretch? Huh? But you singing it. And say like me. You didn't say like that, cracker. You say save the wretch like me. And want somebody to think you smart? Huh? What's a wretch? All you niggas say. Huh? Say the wretch like me. Now, listen to this. Go ahead and make it out. Listen to this now.
I once was lost,
What's about it?
but now I'm found.
Now, whom you lost? Why you say that? Forgive me. Let's make like this wasn't a slave. Let's make like it was a hope. Y'all know what a hope is? What's a hope?
A hard person who gives somebody crazy.
Who is anybody that sells their talent? If you teach in school or brain doctor and you charge, you are. See all that misinformation? You are hope. Huh? Anytime you think, that's when you got people out there that confused.